Okay, thanks for joining me. Thanks for deciding you want to see how Video Joe is going to install this ceiling fan in this ceiling without a ceiling fan old location, a light fixture old location, a ceiling junction box location, nothing. I told you on the beginning preview video, if you didn't watch that, you need to watch that. That I am going to install a ceiling fan here. I am not going to install a wall switch. Okay, this wall switch is for this over here. It's a three-way switch. This is a three-way switch for that, for here, and if I had another nightstand, it would be over there. But because we don't, we got this little thing here that's plugged in. That's plugged into the plug over there. So you got two wall outlets there that are controlled by these three ways. I'm not going to mess with those. I'm not going to do anything with that. I'm going to get the power up here, and this is on a ground floor. No attic above here. Floor joist going across here. TGI floor joist going across here. And how on earth, Video Joe, are you going to get the power up there? Well, I told you I would show you how to do that because I'm going to install it into a metal pancake box. That's the pancake box I'm going to be installing, okay? Have you figured this out yet? This was something I lost sleep over before I came in here and installed this ceiling fan over here, because I had the same situation over here. No junction box up there, no power up there, no light switch location. That light switch is for a three-way switch over there that controls these two lights over here. No power here. How on earth was I going to get the power up here for this ceiling fan? And the beauty of the handheld remote is you do not need a wall switch. You only need continuous power. I've got continuous power up to this particular ceiling fan, and this is basically the same type of ceiling fan I'm going to install in the next room. Okay, except the paddles, the ceiling fan blades are slightly different on the other side. They're kind of a chocolate brown, almost the same color as this headboard. Okay, and that's what I'm going to install in the other room. And the beauty, like I said, of this handheld remote is you do not need a wall switch to power up there. Okay, how? Are you still scratching your head? I think you're still scratching your head. How I'm going to get power up to here? Okay, well, here's the $100,000 answer to the $1 million question. Kaboom. Look at that. You see that? What do you suppose that is? That's a smoke alarm. And in this house, all of the smoke alarms are hooked up to the electrical power in this sub panel. These are called hardwired smoke alarms. You got hardwired and you got battery operated only smoke alarms. If this was a battery operated smoke alarm with no hard power to this, that tied to some other electrical outlets, that went back to a sub panel with a breaker to turn these off, I'd be in deep doo-doo, wouldn't I? How would I get the power over to here? Just thank goodness that this house was wired, and usually anything from 2000 on houses, maybe even the 1990s, they did hardwired smoke alarms, maybe even before that, but actually maybe even in the late 70s, early 80s, they did hardwired, because that's really the best way to go. If your house is older than that, you may not have hardwired ones. The only way to know is you take the top of that, and you could remove that, spin it off, and then you'll see if it's got a little adapter there, and if it's hooked up to some wires up in a little junction box up in the ceiling, you know it's hardwired, okay? So because it's hardwired, check this out. Because it's hardwired, I'm going to take the power from there. Yes, is there a law that says I can't do that? As far as I know, there's no law, there's no code. If you know anything different than that, you can let me know, but it might be something that, in fact, I don't think there is, because you know why? Because when I find the breaker for that, the breaker isn't just for the smoke alarms in the house. They're for the smoke alarms, and the actual breaker says something else. It's hooked up to some electrical outlets, in this house as well. And believe it, let's see what it was labeled, because I remember, I think it's the second one from the bottom, and that says guest room. Let's for a test. See, I should have marked this. I was going to mark that to say smoke alarm 2 next to the side or something. Let's just see if it's like that. See, it's got a 15 on there. Some of these got 20, some say 15. That means it's on a 15 amp breaker. Let's go back in there. Let's go back in there. I should have showed you. I think you saw that the green light was on that little thing right up there. See, there's no green light on now. The power is off. Okay, just for kicks, if you didn't see that green light on before, let's turn it on again. I've got turn the breaker back on. Okay, we got the breaker on now. All right, you'll see what I'm talking about. You see the little green light up there now. You see it right in the middle. That means there's power to there, and eventually I'm going to have to turn that off. So before I forget, I wouldn't forget anyways. Okay, I'm going to turn that off. I've got that off now. I'm going to have to remember that when I turn that back on, that's going to give me power for my new ceiling fan. And once I turn it back on, at the end of this entire project, I'm going to have to reset the smoke alarms, because once the power is off and you turn it back on, you see there's no light there now. Okay, I know the power's off now. That turned the power off to all the existing smoke alarms that are on this particular circuit, and I believe all of the ones downstairs are in this circuit. I did not check upstairs if those are on a different circuit. My guess is they probably are on a different circuit. I don't know that for sure. I don't really care right now, do I? As long as the power is off here. When I get all done, I'll have to make sure when I turn the power back on, I press that button. When I press the middle button in there, hold it for a couple seconds, let go of it, it's going to go through a whole cycle. Everything's going to beep. You're going to plug your ears, and then that'll mean that everything is reset. Now, I just saw a little red thing flash on there. That's because that's a battery-operated smoke alarm. If your power goes off, your smoke alarm will still work. Okay, until you unscrew it, I can unscrew it and take it down, and I'll do all that. Okay, all right. So that's how I'm going to get power over there. And when I did the other one over here, I ran into ceiling joists and all that, and I'll explain that to you here next. Well, I can cross that one off my list. That's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos.